So I'm beginning to wonder if it's me or is it something that's fundamentally wrong and needs some action. Why I have these very terrible, awful, underwhelming customer service experiences in Jamaica. And I just feel that I need to say it and see what other people think. Let me give you an example. So last week, Thursday, I went to the tax office on Constant Spring Road to transact some business. And of course, as it turns out, I had to go into two different lines, but I'm not going to be talking about that bit. I'm talking about the bit where there's this young girl, a little baby, probably about 2 years old, that begins to cry. She's sitting with her father, waiting on her mother, who is in the queue, waiting to get a transaction done. So it's roughly midday-ish, and as you enter, you will see 20 or so teller positions, but only 4 are being serviced by tellers. And this little child starts crying and crying and crying. And of course, the more she cries, the more people are getting involved and telling the father to pick her up. The problem is not the father not picking up the child, which he never did. Eventually he did it actually. The problem was that the child had been in the tax office for what seemed like an eternity and could not get out. What do? Having convinced the father to pick her up, they then take the mother out of the queue to the front of the queue. She gets her business sorted out and they leave, and everybody is happy. The child isn't crying anymore, and we go back to business as usual. It doesn't occur to any of the managers on duty that what we need or what they need are more tellers online, so customers, citizens, the people of Jamaica who come into the tax office get a fast, efficient service and leave. They think it's a miserable child. They think it's a useless father. They think it's the child not being lifted up by its parent. Actually, it's a system which is not serving the needs of citizens. So I'm putting it out there to see if I'm the only person who has been experiencing these dreadful service aberrations in Jamaica. And what do you think needs to be done to improve customer services in Jamaica?